Sameach to everyone. Rosh Chodesh Tov. Everybody could have a meaningful Rosh Chodesh and be Matziach, and then make sure to stay and learn Torah. Very important. Bezat Hashem, Mincha is going to be at 4:15, and we're going to be having for our youth a program at 1:30 at the Young Israel Hazanut contest. Please make sure that the children wear Shabbat clothing. Bring them with white shirts, with dress pants, and it's going to be really nice. It's going to be really special. So let's say a quick halacha. We know that in Siman Kuf Chav Dalid, the Shulchan Aruch talks about Hilchot Hazara, the importance of the repetition of the Shmona Esrei. And the reason there was a repetition instituted is because in the earlier times, there were very often people that did not know how to do the tefillah themselves. They didn't have the tefillah by heart where they were able to do it. And therefore, they had to listen to the Chazan. They had to rely on the Chazan, answer Amen, and fulfill the obligation. Now, if everybody's praying silently and there's no repetition, then you're not listening to anybody. So what they instituted was that the Chazan prays out loud, and all of those that don't know how to pray will pray together with the Chazan, listen to him, and they'll fulfill their obligation. There is a philosophy out there that in our times where people have sidurim, you don't need to do Hazara, and that's not a true philosophy. Of course, the Halacha says even today, once Chachamim instituted, Hazara takes a very important part of the Tefillah, and according to the Kabbalists, it's even more important than the silent Tefillah. Even for the people that don't need to listen to it, because they already prayed on their own, they need to listen to it, because the Hazara has even a greater value than the Tefillah Halacha itself. It's able to do much more in the Tikkunim, in the Olam HaTikkunim. And therefore, the Halacha is that a lot of times, Sfaradim, they have Ashkenazi yeshivot, and they learn in the Ashkenazi yeshivot. The truth of the matter is that it's not the appropriate thing to do. Even the Ashkenazim, they should be doing Hazara Shaliach Tzibur, because it was Takanat Chachamim in that institution. Nevertheless, it's important to note that Sfaradim that do learn in Ashkenazi yeshivot should not leave the minyan and go to a different minyan, because they're part of that institution. So even though the Hazara is important, being in the yeshiva is even more important than that, and therefore they should keep their consistency, and they shouldn't make an issue out of it. But nevertheless, when they are on their own, Ben Azmanim, other things like that, go to a minyan that does Hazara. You don't go to a minyan that does not do Hazara, because the Hazara is very, very important, and it must be done al-pi the Pshat and al-pi the Kabbalah as well. So therefore for us, it's Chovah Kedosha to make sure that we hear the Hazara, and that includes, by the way, of course, paying attention. Because what good is it Hazara if you're not listening? If you're doing other things and you're involved with other inyanim. So you have to go ahead and do the Hazara, and you have to make sure you answer Amen, and you know what the bracha that's being stated. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.